This is iPhone SE 2022 review. If you are looking for a phone that is affordable and retro, Apple's iPhone SE 2022 might be the right choice. It was in 2020 that Apple upgraded that chassis to an A13 Bionic, upgraded the camera to a 12MP wide angle, and introduced monocular depth estimation, which would improve portrait mode photography. The iPhone SE 2022 retains all of the features of the iPhone SE 2020. The mobile CPU, to date, outperforms Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 CPU. It is quite a lot of power and headroom for a tiny, 4.7-inch smartphone that lacks even a depth sensor. The A15 is a system on a chip, so the graphics processing is integrated, which means better image processing. Apple's new packing strategy for the iPhone SE 2022 omits a power adapter and wired earphones from the box. The price of the iPhone SE 2022 has increased over its predecessor to $429, £419, 719 Australian dollars, but it is still Apple's cheapest 5G phone. The aluminum enclosure is smooth, clean, and, in our test model, gleamed in midnight. In an age of ever-expanding camera blocks, it is almost quaint to see a single, relatively small, 12MP wide-angle camera on the rear. On the left side are the volume buttons and a sleep/silent switch, and on the right is the power button and a SIM card slot, which also supports eSIM. At the bottom of the device are speaker grills, a microphone, and a lightning port. The iPhone 13 mini features a 5.4-inch Super Retina XDR display OLED screen, in contrast to, say, the iPhone 13 mini's 5.4-inch edge-to-edge Super Retina XDR display. The 7MP FaceTime and selfie cameras are located above the screen, along with a shallow speaker grill. We have our old friend, the Touch ID home button, below all of this. With IP67 certification, the iPhone SE 2022 is also water and dust resistant. There is no 3.5mm headphone jack on the device, but there is a lightning port for charging, which could accommodate a pair of lightning earphones. The 4.7-inch screen of the iPhone SE might be perceived as an upgrade from the iPhone 5S, but in an age of monster screens, 2,000,000:1 contrast ratios, and adaptive refresh rates, its 60Hz LCD luster might seem out of place. It may not perform well in direct sunlight, but indoors it is still a good choice. The iPhone SE 2022 is constructed from the same glass used on the back of all iPhone 13 phones. Despite the iPhone SE 2022 having only two lenses that carry over from the SE 2020, it manages to capture photographs that are pleasing to the eye, color accurate, and often striking. The f/1/8 wide lens on the iPhone SE's rear will be supported by the A15 Bionic's image processing and Smart HDR4. With optical image stabilization, we did not always have to stand perfectly still to take a good-looking picture. Optical image stabilization is also available in video. By adjusting the faux aperture setting in portrait mode, you can control how much of the background behind your subject is in focus. In addition to panorama and time-lapse, the camera supports night time-lapse, which you can use with a tripod, but it is not supported by Apple's night mode still photography option. It is possible to shoot 4K video on the iPhone SE at 60 frames per second, and footage appears well on its screen, although some resolution is obviously lost in the 1334 by 750 display. The quality of portrait mode for both the front and rear cameras is better than that of the iPhone SE 2020. Basically, the A15 Bionic has improved every aspect of this phone: 4K video recording and editing, console-level gaming, AI-enhanced photography. With the iPhone SE 2022, the SE line joins the iPhone 5G family. In order to recharge, either use the included USB cable at 18 watts, find your own USB-C power adapter, or use a Qi-compatible charging base. The phone is not compatible with Apple's new MagSafe chargers.